My name is Madison. I'll be your student nurse today. So we're going to be doing a full neuro assessment on you. So I'm going to be asking you questions, asking you to do things for me just to make sure that everything is intact. So the first thing that we check for is level of consciousness. So when I walked in the room, you spontaneously opened your eyes. So you get a 4 for that. The next thing is orientation. So can you tell me your name and date of birth?
Amber Ballard on January 7, 1985.
Okay. Can you tell me where we are?
At my home.
Okay. And what year is it?
2023.
Okay. So you get a 5 for that because you answered all the questions correctly. You're oriented, so person, place, and time. And then the next thing is, can you shake your hand for me?
Mm-hmm.
And raise your hands above your head. Perfect. So you follow commands. So she gets a 6 for that with a total of 15, which is the highest that you can get. So the next thing that we're going to do is mood and affect. So you look calm, you look happy. Can you tell me how you're feeling today?
I'm happy. I'm in a good mood.
Okay, so her mood and affect are the same, so that is good. And then the next thing that we're going to do is the cranial nerves. So there are 12 different cranial nerves that we're going to be testing for. And so there's different things that we're going to be doing that I'm going to ask you to do just to check and make sure everything is intact. So the first one is a sensory nerve, and it is the olfactory cranial nerve. So what that checks for is, I'm going to get you to close your eyes and hold down one of your nostrils, and I'm going to put a scent in front of your nose, and you just tell me what you're smelling. So you can go ahead and close your eyes and hold one of your nostrils for me, and tell me what you're smelling.
Cinnamon.
Okay. And then the other one, yep. And tell me what you're smelling.
Coffee.
Yep. So that is good. The next thing that we are going to do is the optic nerve, which is also a sensory nerve. So I would get you to stand up. We'd have a Snellen chart, and you would cover both eyes and read the lowest line that you could read to check for your vision. And then I would give you a Jaeger chart, and you'd hold it 14 inches from your face and read that. Can you read that for me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then the last thing we'll do for that is I'll get you to stand up, and we're going to check for your peripheral vision.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to get you to cover one of your eyes, and I am going to do bunny ears,
Mm-hmm.
and you just let me know when you see the bunny ears. Okay?
Alright. 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 Alright.
Okay? And then we would switch eyes and do the exact same thing, but
Okay.
yeah, we can do that, I guess.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay, come on.
I can see it.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
Alright.
Yep.
Okay, so you can sit back down. So the next thing we're going to do is check 3, 4, and 5, which is the oculomotor, which is a motor. The number 4 is the trochlear, I think, which is a motor, and then the 6 is the abducens, which is also a motor. So I'm going to shine a light in your eye to check for all 3 of these. So I'm going to put this right here, and I'm going to shine a light into your eye. Okay. And I would check this with the light on and with the light off. So what I was doing was checking to make sure that this pupil constricted, and then also that the other one constricted, even though it wasn't, like, the light wasn't in that eye. So the next thing that I am going to do is I'm going to get you to just follow this with your eyes. Okay, and then the last thing that I'm gonna get you to do for this is look straight ahead, and when I tell you to, focus on this and then follow it in. So focus on it. All right. Okay, so that is good. The next thing that I'm gonna the next thing I'm gonna do is check cranial nerve number 5. We have to go back to 5. So, and I'm going to cranial nerve number 5 is the trigeminal. So I'm going to be testing the strength of your jaw. So if you could just make your jaw go side to side. Okay, and then open your mouth. There you go. So you're able to do that. And then I'm also going to touch your face, and you just tell me where I'm touching your face.
Forehead. Left cheek. Chin.
Okay, and if you hold me, let me hold your hand, and this is gonna be hard or sharp, and this will be soft. So if you'll just tell me which you feel.
Soft.
Okay.
Soft. Do it again. Soft. Hard.
Okay.
Soft.
Okay. So that is cranial nerve number 5. So number 7 is facial. So I'm going to be checking for your symmetry. So if you could just like puff your cheeks out, okay, and close your eyes. And I'm just going to try and lift your eyes up. There you go. And the facial would also, it's a sensory and a motor. So I would also check your taste and it would be a sweet taste so we'd also check that. To move on to 9 and 10 that we're going to check together is the glossopharyngeal and the vagus. So the glossopharyngeal is where I would test the bitter taste. And then I'm also going to look in your mouth for that one because these are both motor and sensory as well. Oh, so if you can just say ah for me.
Ah.
All right, so it moved. When you said ah, her uvula moved up. And then I'm also going to check the vagus, which would be the gag reflex. I'm not going to do that to you today. And then I would get you to cough, please. And just swallow for me. Okay, so those are good. And then number 11 is the spinal, and it's a motor nerve. So I'm going to get you to turn your head, okay, another way, and just lift your shoulders up. Good. So the next one is number 12, which is the last one, is the hypoglossal, and this one is your tongue. So if I could just get you to stick your tongue out for me. All right, and everything is symmetrical with that, and she was able to stick her tongue out for me. So those are all the cranial nerves. The next thing that we would do is your motor strength. So if you could stand up for me. All right, and just hold your arms out straight. All right, so you have the strength to hold them both up, and there's no drooping or anything. Can I get you to just hold them like this and pull back against me? Okay, and then push towards me. All right, and then could you just squeeze both my fingers for me? All right. And can I get you to lift your leg up against me? All right, and the other way. Okay, and you can sit back down and we'll check for the street and just lift both of them up. And I'm gonna ask you to pull back against my hands, okay, and push. All right, so everything's good there. And now we'll do the next portion, which is the sensory part. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did on your face, but just on your whole body. So if you'll just tell me where I'm touching you. If you close your eyes, tell me where I'm touching you.
My chest.
Okay.
Left hand.
All right.
Right ankle. Left toe.
Okay. And now I'm gonna do the same thing again. This is sharp and this is soft. If you'll just tell me which one you feel.
Soft.
Okay.
Hard. Soft. Hard.
All right. And so that checks for the sensory part. The next thing that we can do is for your balance. So if you'll stand over here, we're going to do something called the Romberg's test. And so I'm going to just get you to, I see that you're standing without swaying either way. So now I'm going to get you to close your eyes and you can hold your arms out and just make sure that you can hold your balance. Okay, that's perfect. You can come sit back down. And I just remembered that I forgot something on the cranial nerves, which is the acoustic one, and it is sensory. So I'm going to do a whisper test. We're going to jump back to that really quick. So I'm going to get you to close your eyes, and I'm going to whisper 3 words to you. If you'll just cover your other ear, and you just tell me what you're hearing. Peace, love, joy.
Peace, love, and joy.
Okay, and do the opposite.
1, 2, and 3.
All right. So that is good. Sorry about that. I had to just jump back that for a second. And the last thing that we would check is her reflexes. You would check brachial and radial, bicep and tricep, the patellar and the Achilles. We're not going to do those today, but we would check all of those just to make sure that everything was intact, the spinal cord and everything. But other than that, I think that we are done. So I thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Have a good one.